couple things with decimals. The first is how to read them. How do we read decimals? For example, if you have a writing medium, if you have 2.54, I will give you the short and exciting way to do this here. The best way or the proper way to read and write them, read and write, is to do this. Step number one is to say the number in front of the decimal. So in this case, you'd have 2. Step number 2 is to say and for the decimal. So I've got 2 and. Step number 3, I'm try to get excited about this now, is to say the number after the decimal. What is that number after the decimal? Carter W?
5.
No, it is not. There's a 4 there as well. Put 5 and 4 together, it's what? 54. And 54. And then you have to finish this up with step number 4. You have to say the place value of the last digit. That last digit is in what place? The hundredths place. So you have to finish this up by saying hundredths. 2 and 54 hundredths. 2 and 54 hundredths. Let's try a couple here. So let's say you have this. How would you say /write/read that decimal there? How would you read that decimal? Tyler?
200 and 200,000. 200,000.
Yep. 200 is the number in front, and for the decimal, 200, and the place with that place is the thousands place, tens, hundreds, thousands. 200 and 200,000. How about this one? 76.035. 76.035. Amelia?
76 and 35,000.
Very good. One more. How about 7300.010? That one there. Wade?
7,310.
10,000. Very good. Now, along those same lines, they're going to ask you how do you make decimals fractions? For example, if you have this 0.15, what fraction is that? And how do you know? Well, I will tell you there's nothing easier because all you have to do is say this decimal. If you just say that decimal, I think it's going to be pretty clear what that fraction is. Grant? It's 15 hundredths, tens hundredths, so it's 15 over 100. But you still need to reduce. So you can't leave it as 15 hundredths. You have to divide 5 into both of them. 3 over 20. How about this one? 0.3. 0.3 is what as a fraction? Correct?
3 tenths.
Okay. And then you have to be able to go the other way around. What if I have this? And I want to make that a decimal. How do I make 63 over 100 a decimal. Ray Davis?
Have 63 after the decimal.
0.63. Because it has to be that number and 63 hundredths. Now, please understand, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, that generally speaking, decimals are only good when you're working with tens, hundreds, and thousands. For example, if I gave you this fraction and asked you what decimal that is, what decimal would that be? Other than looking at your fraction circles, which might have it on there, probably does, okay? And the reason why you're standing there confused is because decimals are split into tens, hundreds, and thousands. They're not split into eighths. Now you have 1/8 fraction circle, so the decimal there is given to you. It is what, Carter?
0.25, wait, 0.125.
Okay. So when you work with decimals, it's best that you're dealing with something split into 100 pieces or 10 pieces or 1,000 pieces, not into 8 pieces. There is always a way to change it to a decimal, but it's not very easy. Okay. Yeah. So I think that'll probably, you guys would